Hey Leo, Mariah here. It's such a pleasure, honor, and a privilege as always to be here to be reading for you. I thank you so much, you guys, for being patient with me. Also, there is a giveaway going on. It ends on the 11th. The link for the post for the giveaway is in the description box below if you want to join. So let's get started. Let's hop into this and let's get going. So spirit guides, angels, and sisters for my Leos. What is the most important messages? Okay. We got the star. We got the King of Wands, which is King of Gabriel in this deck. I'm hearing the word, I believe it's pronounced alo, A-L-O. It's fitness attire. And I always see it on social media, but it's fitness attire. So I don't know if somebody's wearing fitness attire while watching this, if somebody is planning to go to the gym, or just somebody is being very health conscious right now or needing to pay attention to their health. What else, Spirit, that our Leos need to know? We got the Three of Swords. Woo. And the Empress. Okay. I don't think I need to pull. And then the Two of Cups right underneath that. I don't need to pull another card, which is the Two of Raphael in this deck. I was planning on pulling more, but this is enough. I already know what this is talking about. And first thing I heard, as soon as I saw that Empress on the bottom, your new life is going to cost you your old life. Your new life is going to cost you your old life. You're going down a different trajectory. You're going down a different path. But if you're familiar with astrology in any capacity, then you know about aspects that are made, right? You got your sextiles, trines, which are positive aspects, and then you have your oppositions and squares, which are negative aspects. And this feels like your new life is squaring your old life, which is creating tension, Leo. Be careful, and just to kind of speak off, I don't want to say speak off record because guess what, I'm here. But to kind of, I guess to kind of pull you to the side a little bit, be very cautious. Be very cautious right now, Leo, of who you're telling or talking to about your new life that you're getting ready to step into, because not everybody's going to understand. Not everybody is going to see the vision. Not everybody is going to understand the trajectory or the path that you're trying to take. And a lot of people will hear what you're saying and look at it from their worldview, right? Or their perspective or through their lenses of world experiences. And not to say that these people have or maybe have not the best intentions for you, but they can't see your vision the way that you see it. They can't see your plan the way you have it outlined. And specifically, this is probably like for one Leo here, but it feels like there's somebody that is trying to be or will be coming around you with the best intentions, right? And I say that with air quotes, claiming to have the best intentions for you with giving their advice or giving suggestions or saying what you should do or maybe what you should change or maybe what you should alter about your plans or what path you want to take. Be very cautious with the energy that this person specifically, where they're telling you this information from. How is their energy aligned? Are they really saying those things and meaning them with good intentions to really wish you well or to really be of help? Or is this person telling you these certain things, trying to give you advice, trying to give you assistance, or speaking to you about whatever this new life that you're taking on from a viewpoint of spite, of jealousy, of resentment, of jadedness? And not to go even further into specifics, but be careful, because if this has to do with your love life, and this is not a love reading, but if it does have to do with your love life, Leo, and you're asking people for advice on what you should do or what you should not do or how you should go about something or how you should not go about something when it pertains to your new life, if it's really fitting for your new life, or should you take a certain pathway when it comes to your love life in your new life, be careful of getting advice from a person specifically that may try to hold you back. And I can't help but hear the phrase, single people keep people single. So just keep that in mind of who's telling you information, Leo. But your new life is going to cost you your old life in a variety of ways. And I know that sometimes, I don't know why this is, it's like, and I know I keep talking about this, but it's like you're around people or environments or circumstances, even if it's just the content that you're digesting, even if it's the stuff that you're reading. Be very cautious of what those things are telling you. Be very cautious of the energy, people, is expanding to you, because you have so much that of untapped potential that you can really break into. And it really is going to take a lot of inner trust, inner knowing, and really believing that your intuition is guiding you in the right space. And I will tell you, Leo, if you go with your intuition every time, it will not lead you astray. It will not lead you wrong. This is nothing new. But even further than that, you're going to have to acclimate to this new life that you're getting into. You're going to have to acclimate to these changes. You can't go into a new life or resolve issues here or issues there with the same mind that created it. You can't go into your new life with the same mindset and the same perspective and the same worldview and lens from your old life. It just will not be sustainable. It will not be manageable. And there's a lot on your plate right now, Leo. There's a lot that you're dealing with. There's a lot that you're having to overcome. There's a lot that you have going on mentally or emotionally and psychologically. And there's enough on your plate already for you to start resolving or getting handled or needing to really make sense of things. So that way, when you walk into your new life, you have a clear pathway where things of the past life, of yesteryear, of things that you've already experienced, doesn't creep forward and follow you forward into your new life, where now you're in this weird area or space of being physically in the existence of your new world that you've envisioned or that you've created, but mentally we're still stuck with what we dealt with and what we dealt with in our past. It's like when you asked for this, when you prayed for this, when you really sat down and maybe strategized and created a formula and planned this out, you didn't plan it with the intentions of bringing yesteryear into it. You didn't plan out this vision with bringing the dramas or inconsistencies or the back and forth or the challenges, oppositions, and the conflicts into your new life. So during this process, as you're going through this new life, you're going to have to really eliminate a lot of things. And I'm going to tell you on a direct, again, just me and you personally, be very aware and be very keen of these degrees of separation, that those people, circumstances, situations that you're separating yourself from, that you're really separating yourself from, that they don't try to hold you back and they don't try to keep you in place because you're evolving past where they are, especially if this is somebody or people or circumstances where you were in the same environment, you were around the same situations, you dealt with similar circumstances, and now that you're evolving past that, they don't like that. Or you may feel like, even though you're evolving, can I really maintain this or really carry this on, or am I capable? And yes, you are. But if this has to do with somebody else or other people, they may not think that much that in regards to you being as capable as you know you are. But don't allow somebody else's energy to deter you, and don't let what you do have on your plate, if this solely pertains to you, don't allow that to really put a damper on where you're going. Because you know why? When you get there and you're in your moment and you're in what you've prayed for and you're in that vision, that in really living it, seeing it, touching and tasting it, the mind doesn't really know how to acclimate to it. The mind wants to go back to its comfort zone because this new life is foreign. The mind wants to go back to that comfort zone because the new life is hard to digest. It's surreal. I can't believe I'm here. I'm here, but this isn't my element. This isn't my comfort zone. And I think this is one of those things that I don't mean to go on a tangent here because I'm supposed to be reading these cards, right? Don't mean to go on a tangent. But this is one of the most difficult parts. And this is, I believe, why Spirit is allowing me to tell you this, because nobody really talks about how uncomfortable, not the growing process is. We understand that, but once you're living in your new reality, a lot of people tend to make it seem like it's sweet and you're finally there where you wanted to be. You finally hit your destination, which in the end, it's all about the journey, not necessarily reaching the destination. Because once you get to the destination, you're like, what's next? I've accomplished it. What's next? So we don't get to take in the beauty of the steps and of that journey that took us some time to get there. That's where the real pleasure is. But once you get there to your vision and finally living in that reality, how do you psychologically process, oh my God, this is my life? When your baseline of comfort right, in our brain and chemically is at a lower level. The mind starts to go into a flight or fight response. Because now it's like, holy shit, yes, this is what I want, but I'm not used to this. It's uncomfortable. I'm not sure of this. I'm not sure how to handle this. I'm not sure how to process this. Oh my God, I got new responsibilities, or I got to give to this situation. Now I got to give to that situation. Now I have to wear new hats, or I have to play new roles, or I have to take on new aspects in my life that I wasn't familiar with. Now I have to get familiar with, and now there's unknown certainties here about this situation because I've never dealt with it. How do I even work through this? How do I even process this? Oh my God, my life is changing all of a sudden. And it feels like once you're in that moment, it feels like it was overnight, even though it was a long process to finally get to where you've envisioned. And maintaining that is so difficult. And this is why you see a lot of people that reach their vision squander it. They squander it because they never set up the mental, if you will, the mental safety nets, if you will, for when their mind starts to revert and their mind wants to start going back to their comfort zone, or they want to start moving back into things that were comfortable to them, right? The people, certain environments, they put themselves in detriment. This is why you will see, and just as a quick example, you will see like NFL players, basketball players, they'll make it to the league and then squander their money. Or you'll see rappers or entertainers make it big and make all this money, but then they're squandering their money, or they're going back to their old environments, their old neighborhoods, hanging out with old friends, because their mind, when it comes to that flight or flight response, isn't fully comfortable in their new environment. And because they haven't let go of those attachments to past people, places, and things, they still hold on to it because it's a sense of security. It's that safety net, right? It's what's comfortable to them because they're not fully comfortable in their new life because they haven't acclimated to it yet. They haven't acclimated to the new boundaries and new standards. They haven't acclimated to the new type of people, new dynamics they have to deal with. They haven't acclimated to the new environments that they have been able to get access to or allow themselves into. They want to go back to their old life while still trying to hold on to the new life. This will be where you will potentially mess up, Leo. And this is why I'm saying you're going to have to, even now, even though you're not living physically in your vision yet, you have to start living every day to day like you're in your vision. Whether it is starting to be around the kind of people that will be in your vision, that will be in your future life, going to places and doing certain things that would be a part of your day-to-day life in your future and your day-to-day life in your vision. Being able to romantically, if this has to do with love, start entertaining or engaging with the kind of people that you want to be with or you can see yourself with in that new life, and not from the standpoint of your life now. Elevation does require separation, but once you elevate, you have to know how to sustain that. So the best way to get comfortable with that new life without being in that new life is to start living in that day-to-day life like you're in that new life, even if your environment or circumstances or situations haven't changed. Even if you have to do it piecemeal by piecemeal, just part by part. But if I'm looking now to kind of go back to the cards, and I'm sorry that I just literally went off with what I needed to tell you through spirit. But if I'm looking at the star here, Leo, and the Empress, and the Two of Cups, you're coming into a new life and a new life cycle, but this is going to require preparation, and it's going to require you to be the one to cut the cords of what's comfortable, of your past life, of what you've experienced thus far, and say, I loved you. I appreciated the experience, good, bad, indifferent. All of these things have shaped me, have molded me, have transformed me into the man or woman that I needed to be today. But I have to let you go. You're no longer part of my future. I have to let you go. It's for my best benefit to get myself to where I need to be. And you're getting yourself to where you need to be, Leo, but you're going to have to understand that concept and principle, okay? So the month of October is going to be really interesting for you. It feels like somebody here is getting prepared. Maybe most of you is getting prepared, all right? I love you, Leo. It's been a pleasure, honor, and a privilege to read for you as always. Be safe. Thank you for all the warm wishes and all the warm love for my new place. It's been a pleasure. I'm just so grateful for every single one of you. I will catch you on the next one. Bye, Leo.